Hertz is going. So for those that are bothered by this, you might want to click out because if I didn't do a video, I probably wouldn't do a video. I guess I could do a video on Sunday nights, but I gotta do it when I feel it. So I am feeling it. So good morning. Let's wait until one of our moderators come on because we know who never sleeps. It's the trolls. They never sleep. I hope you are perfect, whole, and complete. If I didn't say that too, oh my God, like. So anyway, y'all, beautiful morning, great morning, fine morning. Yep, here we go. Hold on, y'all. We gonna get rid of them as soon as they come in. I know, I wish I could tell them the high gives it away, but people don't say that. The name gives it away too. Here we go. Good morning, Yanti. Hey, Frenchie. Blessings and peace and loving to you. It's gonna be a little loud, so I have to be a little louder because the church is churching, okay? It's Sunday in Ghana. I've lived in Cape Coast. I lived in different places in Accra. And now I'm in the Volta region. And you'll never escape the church. Not to say you might want to, just letting you know. It's a big thing. So, but I wanted to talk a little bit about my approach or my approach. It's not really an approach, we would say my attempt to being more minimalist or in some aspects just for a lot of things, for what I think is coming, is here, to save money, to value more than just like what my outer appearance or what I have or how much clothes I have. So for me, I can do not shopping at regular stores. First of all, there's not a lot of regular so-called stores here. But for me, it would be, yeah, let me just say that. Um, Locally, I shop at the, not the farmer markets, but the market women, which are everywhere. I could, let me tell you what's going to be hard. It's the clothes aspect. And it's not going to be hard, but it shocked me. I like clothes. We know this. Sometimes I have my clothes made. Sometimes I buy my clothes. What I've been noticing is I buy clothes and then I give them away. I buy clothes and then I give them away. I buy clothes and I give them away because when I was buying clothes, I feel like I was just trying to fulfill a kind of like a void in myself, some missing place. I was not really aligned to my higher self. Maybe I was even running away from my higher self. And I could see how that was happening. I know, being a 57-year-old woman, that clothes don't make the woman. It's not what's on the outside, it's on the inside. We actually make the clothes look good. So that means that we are the factor in our beauty. It's really not the stuff. And you can still wear clothes simply and still feel beautiful and the whole bit. But okay, so that's all in theory. Hey Eddie, I think Eddie, you okay here, but I don't know. I can't remember. We'll see. We'll see. But hey, everyone, I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Book Miss T Baby. You in the background doing your thing, and I appreciate it so very much. So let me tell you what happened this morning, y'all. So I woke up, right? Because if you're on my other channel, Afrocentric Home Design, you'll see yesterday that I furthered decluttered my wardrobe because I want to get down to what I actually like. It's real simple, right? Wearing what you really love that really makes you feel amazing. And there are criteria in my clothing. So I went through that on the Afrocentric Home Design channel. You can just watch that video if you want to, but I'll just go over it with you. There are some things that I want for my clothes. So it's not just that we buy a lot, and even me, I bought a lot of clothes, but they wasn't functional. They were not comfortable. They didn't make me feel good. They just looked good on the outside, but I suffered for fashion, so to speak, right? So now that I'm older, and I'm not so thinking like everything is about my physicality and my body and the way it's shaped that I want to attract and all those little things. We talk about menopause, but then sometimes as older women, we should say, thank God for menopause because it gets you off the bullshit wheel. It gets you off the identifying only with your physical, or it's just ridiculous, or the attracting the opposite sex, so to speak, if that's what I'm into, or whatever that is. It makes you remember that life is precious, and the more you don't have as much as you probably used to. What the saying goes is more years behind you. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get y'all in here because I want to make sure my beans is beansing. So hold on. That's kind of cool little scene. I'm making some chickpeas, garbanzo beans, and whatever name else they might be called, because this is a hearty, wonderful meal to have. But even my cooking, like it's funny. I was raw foodist, and then of course I'm very vegan. I buy very high end foods. I call them high end, but they're just really nourishing foods. But here I kind of forced, but and I still brought my foods and stuff with me. But somehow through all of that, I still got high blood pressure. When I had it, I don't have it anymore. Um, I was There was much more that I needed than the food, and it was myself. It was being with myself, slowing down, being more in nature, finding things that are fulfilling from a deeper level, not just temporarily. Taking stress out of my life. Look again, going to my higher self, looking for answers within. And when I did that, coupled with a great diet, but still very simple, I was thinking it had to be always raw, all raw, and it really wasn't working for me anymore. And I didn't know that as an older woman, your body requires things that it did not require when you were younger. It requires different things. It requires more of some things and a lot less of others. So it's kind of actually quite fitting that this menopausal woman would be more considering somewhat of a minimalist life. But minimalist life to me should be based on the individual. I'm a maximalist. I mean, look around. Like I'm a maximalist, so that part is always there. So for me, it's more about having things that have meaning, having things that don't have me. You know what I'm saying? Having things that are important to me. Yeah, because I love beauty and all that other stuff, but I don't need a whole bunch of stuff to have that. And so anyway, when I started eating. Now I eat food like I eat chickpeas and lentils and different kinds of quinoas and black rice and squashes and I mean all the foods that I can eat in a healthy and wonderful way. And I love it. And I cook, of course, my own foods. I don't go out. I'm not thrilled with that anymore. So I already was moving towards that, just being more healthy. When you make your own foods, you know what you're getting, you know what you're eating. But the clothes things, right? That was the thing because I'm supposed to be the designer, right? So clothes. But like I said, I just think about how much effort I put into, looking good, which is nothing wrong with that. Especially when I was in Accra, because Accra is just a city. You always, there feels like this other kind of different kind of pressure, even though you don't realize it or know it. I'm not blaming Accra. I've been like this since Brooklyn, New York, where I was born and raised. And I still think you can look beautiful because, again, beauty is being happy. Beauty is in your skin to me. Beauty is in your aura. And like I said, so you can wear a potato sack literally and you will look beautiful. So it's not on the outside, it's on the inside. But I say all of that, right? And then I wake up this morning and I say, oh, this is going to be so nice. This is what I say. I was like, oh, this is going to be so nice. It's going to be so nice to go to my shelf where my clothes are with very little clothes. And now I don't have to look and think about what I'm going to wear today because, yes, because I don't have that much to choose from. And oh my God, y'all, there was a little panic. I freaking panicked a little bit. I just kept thinking, is this it? Is this all? Is this my choices? And then I put this on and felt so much better. So let me show you. It just was momentary, but I wanted to share that. So this is my clothes. It was either what I have on, this, or this. This is a skirt, or I could wear the skirt and top, or I could wear these pants. These are more occasion stuff. This is a dress that if I went out on a summer, maybe I would wear this to a wedding. I would wear this to like a garden party or outdoor event. That's that dress. This one underneath is a dress that I would wear if it's cooler, but I would wear to take care of business. This is being in the mountains. This is like my rainy day, take care of business, but pretty dress. And then I got these two shearing dresses that they still might go. They're a little, I just like the way they look. One is for sentimental reasons, and because I had it so long. Another one I just think I look great in. So those are my, when I want to say. So I said, oh, we're going to really go out tonight. We're going to go dancing, or we're going to go out to a lounge or whatever. Then I got 2 dresses only to do that. 2 dresses to go out for a night party, so to speak, which I don't do a lot. 2 dresses for maybe outdoor events and or rainy day dress. 2 pair of pants that I need just 2 tops with. 1 skirt that I have now with a top to match, and then this jumpsuit, the one I got on, these 3 dresses. Now, mind you, I do have some stuff in the dirty clothes, and I think I counted, I have 3 more dresses. I think it's about, let me see, red, that one, and whatever I wore yesterday, which is so amazing. I don't even remember what I wore yesterday. But I know it was comfortable because I wore it, and I was really happy with that. Let me see, because now I'm curious. I wore this. Oh yeah, this 2-piece. So I have another kind of pantsuit, meaning it's a top and a bottom. It was wonderful. I'm so much more. So I freaked out a little bit. It's like, oh no, look at the closet. Closet don't have no clothes up in there. The rest of the stuff. This is Manasseh's that I'm gonna give to him, and that's his bag. I'm gonna go through the suitcases later, but I have a class to teach today. It's the higher, being in alignment with your higher self, and I hope y'all can join me if you feel it. If you want to purchase, you can. So I have another robe. Let me just tell you my other stuff. Another robe. This is all my shoes in one bag, and 2 jackets, a denim jacket and this one, because the rainy season, whoa, gets cold. And in the morning and the night, in the dry season, which is now, it gets cold too. 2 jackets, and this is the same robe that I use every single day. So there's another criteria. How often will I use it? That's one of my things, right? I organize because I have less things, and I'll be able to find it. These are all my intimates in here. And here is just my lounge clothes where I lounge around the house. And then here is my clothes. It's not a lot. It's just clothes to wear to when I go into the woods or into the bush, which I go when I go to the land. Protective clothes. Those are protective clothes. And here is my workout clothes. But it's not filled. It's not filled with the things I just showed you. It's very little. So look at organized. Here's my head wraps. I got lots of head wraps and more head wraps. That is it. That's all. But the clothes to actually wear every day is little. But like I'm saying, let me show you an outfit of the day. So this is the belt to this outfit. This doesn't have loops to this outfit, but it still has a belt. I wear it to tie my hair up because I don't have nothing else to tie my hair up. And you've seen it before, but I'll show you again. And this is my outfit. It's nice on comfy, feminine, beautiful, modest. I still say modest. It looks good with the belt, looks good without the belt. Color's amazing. But I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna really do this. And I know I'm gonna look more beautiful. I'm gonna have more time. Like I said, you don't have to think about what am I gonna wear today. This is what you got. These are your outfits. There's nothing else you can wear. So let me see if my sister, she's getting them out, and I thank you, Book Miss T baby. Okay, so let's see. So let me see. She might be. So y'all, I gotta go in. So who is still on? Frenchie, if you're still on, I want you to help Book Miss T baby. I'm gonna make you the moderator. She's doing her best to get people out that's not there. But just in case she needs a little help, we got you in there as well. So we don't know about that one. Okay, hey Reva, love the baskets. Thank you. I thought she's doing, no, actually she did great. Oh, Frenchie, I made a mistake. Let me go back to you. I made a mistake. Hold on, y'all. I made a mistake. No. Yes, that's fine. You're doing great, and I appreciate you so much. I made a mistake and hit Frenchie, and I didn't mean to hide her. I meant to add her. Now I gotta find her, but I don't know if it's gonna let me find her. Frenchie, that was an accident. Let me see if you go back as this one. Yeah, you can't go back. So just hold on one sec, y'all. Frenchie, that was an accident. I'm trying to get you back. Uh, Let me see. Can I get you back? How do I do that? I gotta figure it out. Frenchie, I gotta figure out how to get you back. I'm sorry, it was a mistake, and I need to be not doing that. Let me see. Can I get that back? No, it won't let me. Let me see. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to unhide you, and I'm so sorry because I hit you by accident, and I wasn't trying to do that. So hopefully you're still watching, and we'll get you back. Don't worry. So yeah, so it's been a real live trip. Um, but it's a wonderful journey. I feel like I can literally breathe better. I feel like this is the way to go. And I think it's going to be really beautiful to have a person who loves things and, a beautiful home. One thing about my home, and I really truly believe this, is one thing about my home is I love it because sometimes the trolls will come in, they say good morning, and they gonna go in after that. They be lying, and I'm sorry to say, but I already know it's true. So we just gonna get rid of that right now. Sorry, um, but what I love, I think, like you can still be your maximalist self if that's what you are. You can still have your beautiful stuff. Treasure the things that you already have. Fall in love with the things that you have. Home decor doesn't always have to be buying something new. It could be changing around what you already have. That's what I love about it. I mean, because I do it all the time. I literally do it all of the time. Everything in here, if I go this way, everything in here was in the other place. You know what I'm saying? These two chairs were completely over in that room, and now that love seat was over here. Not even over here. It was over here. And this chair was over here. And this table was over there. And this whole setup was over there. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, this was in and out and in the room. And so this was on the other side of the thing. This was in the bedroom. That's, other thing too, because this is how I'm going to, like I'm saying, how am I going to do my guest house? Well, it's going to be simplicity. Simplicity is the name of the game. So it's going to be simplicity. It's going to be using what I already have, whether it's in another apartment. But I'm really loving, without a doubt, absolutely loving this simpler life. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's the best thing that ever happened. It's like you can, like I said, you can breathe. Like you have less burden. You don't have the burden that you feel like you constantly carrying. And everything that I want to do, really, it stems from being closer to my higher self. So that, let me tell you, so what is the importance of being close to your higher self? Why is it such a big deal? Why at least we're always talking about it? Because it makes life easier. There are things that you contemplate, and no matter how many people you go ask a question to, how many readings or whatever you go get, how many videos you watch, you still end up feeling like you don't know. Like you don't know which way to go. Should I make this choice or should I make that choice? Should I do this or that? You realize you still don't know. And it's deep. It's very deep. So it takes away time from you. But when you're connected to your higher self, then you get the answers right away. And they come in so many different ways. And we're going to talk about that today in the master class I'm doing this afternoon for you all. Because it'll be easy for me. I'm 5 hours ahead. Of the East Coast, it's 12 noon Eastern Standard Time from 12 to 2, but give yourself to 3 just in case we go over. And it's on Facebook, so you do have to have a Facebook profile. And you can go to my website, afrocentrichomedesign.com. I'll leave it in the description box. If you still want to join, $50, and it's going to be a great class. But why? Like even I had to ask myself, what is this about? What is the connection between letting go of people, places, and things? What is the connection of being more of a minimalist in certain areas of my life? In some ways, almost all of it. What? Why? I mean, when you feel, you feel. When you're in nature, you care more about it. You realize that nature is you, where you are living and surviving because of the air that we breathe. We're staying warm and getting energy from the sun that we stand under. that the grass and the ground and the soil grows our food. It's deep, isn't it? It's like a deep, deep thing, and it's something that I don't take for granted. I used to though, but I don't anymore. I even think about like, I know there's things in the car that I think I need, and I can have people send it to me, but how much of that do I need to be having sent to me? So I got to find a way to eventually grow my own food, including my grains. The things that I use. It's going to save me money. Money for what? To do things that you really want to do with your money and your time. And it's just something about it that is very spiritual. Because if you have all these things and you say, this is me because these are the things that I have, I am because of these things that I have, then you take away those things, then you lose yourself. No, you really don't even know yourself. Those things are actually, to me, preventing you from really knowing yourself. Sometimes you say, oh my God, like getting older. You say, oh my God, like getting, things changing. And you think it's like the worst thing. I wish things would never change. But the changes are really for you, not against you. Because you're supposed to gain some knowledge and wisdom and those things. And that's what's going on for me, y'all. On the real, real, real. Like, it's beautiful to wake up and put on this beautiful outfit and know that I'm enough, that it's good. I'm looking forward to see what a week looks like. You know what I'm saying? When I go through all the clothes, the 9 outfits, different ways I can wear it. And, I'm excited. I don't even go outside every day. So me having clothes every day is kind of funny. That's what the funniest part is. Even in the cry, I didn't go outside every day. Even in the States, I didn't go outside every day. And when I do go outside, when I used to go outside, I went to the markets, the farmer markets and the supermarket, because food was my life. That was what it was, right? And then, of course, I would go pick up my daughter. But I was never anywhere. I didn't go out to eat. I didn't really go out to coffee shops. So I wasn't, but I always had, a lot of clothes. A lot of it is because of the artistic point of view, the artistic part of it. But I want to do less. Like I look at my dishes and everything, I be like, this is enough. Even the idea of having different apartments to live in when it's only me that's enjoying it, I don't know if that's sustainable. I would rather have one place that I love. It's a lot cheaper. Because it's a one whole place you don't have to furnish, one whole place you don't have to pay rent in, one whole place. Like this is the stuff that I think about now. I would rather let somebody else that needs the housing have it. I think the only way that I'm the one thing, the way that I do enjoy having more than one place, only if it's going to be a place that I can provide for others. So it's a way of taking care of myself, right? A way of supporting my financial needs. We still need money, no matter how minimalist, if you will, that we believe we can be. And so it gives me a chance to do that, but also provide beautiful places for others, and places that feel for peace. Because we should have a peaceful home. So I know it's loud up there. I'm gonna move in a second. But I keep that in mind. So I'm excited about life. I'm excited about this new life. But I'm just figuring out how to grow. There's a group that I'm a part of, but I don't get on enough. It's called Gardening in Ghana. It's something to that effect. Gardening in Ghana. And I think I saw somebody said that they grow the pumpkin seeds. So if I can grow my pumpkin seeds, I like raisins. I'll have to figure something else out, or another sweet alternative that's more local here. Yeah, I want to learn how to. I want to learn how to grow foods. I really, at least the foods I want to grow. It gets very expensive ordering from the organic place. I mean, there's a time when what happens when the economy probably already collapsed, but I think we still got to start thinking about this. Like most people can't afford their lifestyle anymore, and the lifestyle is a thing. It's not even important. This is what I say. I feel like we have to come to this. The universe had to do this to us because instead of seeking joy and happiness in the things we already have or the people around us, really, or ourselves, we are always looking for this next thing. We've gone too far. And I think this other direction that a lot of us will be going in, it's more to it than just saving money. We're saving our own lives, and the lives is not just, to me. It's not to have a life just because you're alive. It's to have a life when you're alive and happy. So you want a happy life. a fulfilling life, not filling the life, but have fulfillment that comes from within. So I'm really on that, y'all. I'm on it. I'm on that life of simplicity, kind of, sort of, kind of thing, and it feels really good. It feels really good. So yeah, so everything in my house I've had for years. I've had this couch and every single thing you see that I'm mostly everything. There's nothing new here. I've not bought. The new things are these things that support local art, local artisans and craftsmen. The new things are the seeds that they use for food and cooking, which was pennies on the dollars, but I also supported the local uh, craftspeople and vendors. That's the new. You know what I'm saying? And it's here. I think that's it. Like that. Everything else, and even those are not new. Those are 2 years old. Everything else I've carried with me from the first time that I got here. There's really nothing new. I mean, I don't have to buy anything new, which is so beautiful. And so yeah. I'm really. I think I was moving towards all of this already when I remember I got the Cape Coast space, and it was very important to me to not fill it up with such a small space. And then I got the place in Accra, and again, it was very important for me not to fill it out. I know some people are like, remember, that's the place I don't even have anything on the walls. But I also think when I don't decorate like that too, when I don't, it means I'm not really trying to stay. Like this is my home. I've done the experiment with having more than one place to live. Just me, not that I rented them out, because renting them out is different, right? And only one place always felt like home. The other places felt like I was just visiting. And I just think that that's enough. If you have lucky enough, blessed enough, smart enough to have one place that you love, except for, like I said, when you're doing your business. Because we have to find ways to sustain ourselves. I mean, like I said, the most minimalist life costs money. You know what I'm saying? Try the other route where you just being homeless and depending just on the kindness of strangers. It's not a sustainable life. It's not a happy life, right? And I think that we're more going to find that. So it's not that we're not spending money. We're really spending money on the things that can edify us or divine classes and courses. Like I saw, I really want to learn some languages. I definitely got to get one of these languages down in Ghana. I also want to still continue learning Spanish. So I feel like not having all the stuff gives you a chance to do that. And of course, entrepreneurship. I'm all about it. I think that we're going to barter more. I think the bartering is going to be things that, like, I definitely see it on when we deal with food. Like, I can't grow everything, but somebody else can grow what I don't. So people already used to do it more, and we'll go back to doing it. Growing what we can and letting somebody else grow in the rest. I love this. I saw this one video where the guy was great at gardening and actually growing food. And so he had a neighbor who always wanted to go down food, but didn't know anything about it, didn't have time to learn, and wasn't really good at it. And so he said, "Listen, I got this little piece of land over here. He had that way he's on somebody else's land back in the backyard because he built a tiny house, and he too was growing food on that land for them, and he also would grow food for himself. So I love that. He grows for someone else. They get the food. They maybe not going to work and coming back. They don't have to grow their own food. They have to buy their food because he grew it. It's on their land, but he gets to grow also his food on the land, so everybody wins. I think we just got to start learning like basic skills, like how to sew, how to bake. Those are great things you could trade with somebody else. You can have baked bread every day or fresh. Like how to make things and crafts and things that we used to know, especially as every men and women. I think I'm looking forward to that lifestyle that seems a bit different than the one that I've had. But it freaked me out today. Today was a freak out day. And thank you, y'all. Thank you, Miss T, baby. You are getting them out because they coming in Sunday. They must don't have nothing to do. Frank says sometimes we spend our whole lives waiting. This is true. Let's see if he's for real. Skin glowing. Okay, hi from Colorado, Frank. Frank, okay. Brazilian Queens, your contentment. Yes, that's what you call it, right? Your contentment. Oh, Bookman's T Baby was working. Okay, we're looking at you. We're looking at you. So yes. Okay, Cornelius Hamilton. I love you. So you doing energy check, child. Even the low vibrational frequency. I think I always think about the low vibrational frequency finds themselves on a high vibrational frequency channel, and in some ways they are getting something out of it too, because clearly it's 44 people, and 44 people are not people that are probably would ever watch the channel. Most of them are probably trolls, but they're still there. So you never know. My elder once said to me, "You never know whose lesson is involved. You never know what messages both people need and get." But yeah, you can still do the energy check. I'm here for it. So yeah, y'all. I'm just changing in so many ways. But I will definitely credit this to my menopause and growing older. Growing older, like now I understand why I was be older and wiser. Like I didn't. I mean, it's like you have to be. It's almost like you're forced. All those things that you thought you needed, all those things that you thought you have to do, you literally, in some ways, you can't even do it anymore. You physically can't do it. I was thinking about my workout. I was thinking about my fitness, right? My fitness in the early days when I was younger, I'm 57, so my fitness when I was younger was um, like heavier sports or not necessarily sports, but like really when I was first younger, when we had no money and I was growing up poor in Brooklyn, no, it was the most beautiful workouts. It was playing volleyball or stickball in the streets, kickball, excuse me, not volleyball, kickball, running, racing the other neighborhood children, being out all day, walking 20, 30 blocks to go see friends. It was the most natural way, as far as urban Brooklyn way of living, right? It was the best exercise. It was gym class at school. I was in the Olympiad where we would. I trained. I was a sport. I trained. I was a broad jumper. It was normal. I call it normal, natural stuff that your body can do. I never really liked gyms. I would join the gym for the sauna, and most of the time I had memberships to a gym when I was in California. I never used the equipment at all. I would literally go for the sauna, and then they had a studio downstairs, and they started having dance classes. And I took belly dancing, African dance, Brazilian dance. Those were my three dances, and so I mean, wonderful. Like, so I never was into the hard pumping iron type of girl. But for whatever reason, I started getting into it, and walking. Walking was a big part of staying in shape. I started getting into like the pumping the iron. I think when I got to California, I mean Ghana, which is very interesting because it's not necessarily something that's a big deal, but and I started thinking I liked it and it had to be that way. And I started over exercising to the point that it was too much for my heart. I was just doing too much. And I was sore every single day to have this look. But what I've been doing for 20 years, over 20 years, 25 years, excuse me, was consistent was yoga. But I had even stopped kind of doing the yoga as much for this weightlifting. That's my health started to decline because I'm 50 some years old. What I realized, and the doctor told me, is like, you really don't need to do all that. You can just do something simple. I had my not therapist, my herbalist say the same thing, like just some yoga. And I was like, yeah, I've been doing yoga for years. I don't know why I stopped. So I, but you get hooked on the look, right? I thought my arms had to be really, the shoulders, and then I'm back to doing my yoga every day, and my heart loves it, and my blood pressure loves it, and I love it. I don't need that much. Most of us, all of us really are perfect. We came perfect. The way we are is perfect. And what I mean is the way we were before we thought we needed to be something else. The way we were before we thought we needed to be what we are not. It's like the simplicity is really the best because it's who you truly are. I don't know to say we were simply made because I think carrying a baby and giving birth is a miracle every single time in itself. But we were naturally made. And we lost that for a long time. We can't just blame the corporations, we just can't blame, the wealthy in a sense. We bought into it. They said that, yes, there was manipulation through media, commercials, advertisements, but we still had a mind, we thought, but we gave it over to someone else. Now we have to think for ourselves. We have to think, period, which we didn't really have to do. We were okay with the world thinking for us through media and, through commercials and all of that. So I feel like for me, when I got out the city, especially this time, because I was letting go of a lot of different things, letting go of not just the media, but the things that were attached to those things. Even people that was overly attached to media. I started really getting quiet and realizing that, oh my God, how could I be happier with doing almost really nothing? I mean, I was still doing nothing in a crowd, but I was looking like I'm doing something. You're going nowhere fast, that kind of thing. Yeah, you're doing a lot, but you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all know. And then some of us are actually doing a lot, but it's still nothing. Working 30, 40, 50, 60, 12-hour shifts or whatever, back to back, it's a lot of energy and effort. But when I say it's nothing, it's not. Most of the jobs you're doing is not edifying your mental, your spiritual, or even your creative. It's not edifying your creativity. And we are creative beings. We came through creation from the creator, through the creatrix. So yeah, I see so much more. And I'm very happy to be this age because it allows me to enjoy life. The youth is wasted on the young. They think that a lot of them think that they're really enjoying their lives and, but just only live once or, all this other stuff. It's draining. And the youth are drained. And they got health issues that only older people used to get. And they're tired as well. So it's got to be a better way. It's got to be a better way. Hold on, y'all. Oh no, what this says. Okay, good. That's already gone. Let's see. Let me see if I could find my girl. See if I could find my girl. I think Frenchie. If you try to leave a comment. I think that because I saw somebody else try to leave a comment, and it looked like I was able to decide if I wanted to unhide them or not. So Frenchie, try to leave a comment because I want to make sure I get you back in. I think that's the only way I can do it. So we're just looking. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it's true. And then we spend our whole life waiting, and then it's over. Hey, Dion. No, actually, I'm not going to run errands today because I have a class at my time 5, but it's Sunday too, so it's not really a lot happening in the town. And I got a class. So when I have a class, I want to focus on the class. At least we're selling the clothes, not an option to the villagers just to get a little something. No, they don't have money like that. That's not what you would do. So the clothes to the villager who already buy the used Foles clothes. The Foles clothes is the used clothes. They're getting 2 and 3 CDs about it. No, no. And then why would I do that? Because for me, okay, so let's add that part. If you're not giving, how are you receiving? I mean, we have so much and they have so little. Why would we sell it to them? It seems a little insulting. It's not like they're consumer of buying a lot of clothes. So it's not like saying, well, they have to buy clothes anyway. They love to buy clothes. I would sell clothes to people who love to buy clothes. They will wear exactly what they could get in the used market, and they will wear it until they cannot wear it anymore. So selling to the villagers, no way. And it's not that you wouldn't know that, but that's okay. I mean, it's just a harmless question, but it seems so wrong. It's not even something it defeats the purpose of feeling good about giving. And that's what's so missing. Everything is commodified, right? I mean, some things, yes, we should commodify it. Like this information that I'm giving, I could commodify this. And look at us, some of us are getting information for free, but we should sell to the villagers. We're getting our questions answered for free when that could be a consultation, but we should sell to the villagers. Just think about that for just a second. Somebody who has so little, especially clothes in the village, is not going to be their budget. You know, we in America actually have a budget for how much we want to spend. This is my clothes budget. They don't have a clothes budget. That's what I love about here. It's so simple. So to be able to give something that is a little fancy, make you feel good for a while, because clothes only last for so long. After they wash it a few times, it'll be over. Especially that my clothes were African cloth, and the African cloth clothes are more expensive because that's what happens when you have people that dump clothes that they got for free. I mean that they bought, but they send it to this country, and then the people here buy it for some of it is free. They wouldn't go to the dump site and pick the clothes, then they wash it and sell it, for, which is still little because they already know who they're selling it to. The other thing too, I mean, 5 CDs, 3 CDs, that wouldn't even been no money to. I got more, maybe not monetarily, but I got more spiritually. What did you say? By giving than I would have by actually selling. This is village people, honey. They don't have it like that. The village don't even have water most of the time. They have to pay for it and buy water or help have the mercy of somebody else to give them water. Maybe we need to understand that one too. I thought you might say that I wanted to sell it. Some people have, I don't know the names. I heard of something called Posh Mark, or I'm sure they got all these online apps that you can sell clothes to y'all. That's who need to buy the clothes. But I'm just saying, like, no, I've never, you know what? Ghanaians don't make money off Ghanaians with clothes. The whole art center exists for foreigners. They don't they don't have that. They rather buy food. They really would buy all the fruit we buy because no, but I got it. Frank says at 61 my children are grown. I'm retired and seem to be turning a new chapter. Don't know where or when the road will lead me. Yes, Frank, and I love hearing it. And that's the beauty of not knowing. That I think that that's that element because of so much information. We even have lost the art and the beauty of not knowing because we can go Google any almost thing except for about ourselves, right? And maybe they even have that at this point, and you get an answer. So this, what you call it, instant gratification culture that we have become, in a way, has really messed us up. So the joy of not knowing, the joy of waiting to see, but moving forward, right? It's a beautiful thing, and we're missing out of it on it, and our children are missing out on more. Hey, Judy. Good morning, Lisa. How do you keep the shea butter from clogging your pores? Do you add another oil to cut it? Okay, this is good questions because I've never. Does it? Do you, Judy? Do you? Is that a problem that the shea butter clogs your pores? Because I've never had that problem ever. Tell me about that. Because it's not, it doesn't clog your, does it clog your pores? I don't know. It's never been a problem. I've never had that. Mm-mm. I use it straight. But let me say, I've been using shea butter. I've only been in Ghana for 5 years. I've been on the earth for 57. And I've been using shea butter probably for 20 years in the States alone, just in the States. I've been using shea butter for about 20 years. And it really is so wonderful, especially because I lived in a climate where we had, more of a cold. I mean, I was born in New York, so definitely, but I didn't know shea butter then. I didn't meet shea butter until I moved to California, and that had to be about 30 years ago. I mean, I had to have lived there for at least 30 years. And now I've lived here 5, so 25 years and then 5 years. So what I'm saying is, I've never had a clog problem with it. It protects you, I mean, if you said, how do we keep the Estee Lauder from clogging your pores, I would have felt more, because that got chemicals in it. So how does it clog? I don't have it for me, so I don't know. Maybe somebody else might want to, if somebody else can answer that, do you find that the shea butter clog your pores? Let me know. Maybe you could help Judy with that one. Judy, I don't have that problem, so I can't help you, but I respect the question. Allie says, Frank, I'm 32 in the same position. I love that Allie's so young and wanted. My 10-year-old told me exactly that parents are supposed to have a life outside their children. I don't know where I I love it. Your skin is beautiful. Thank you. No, that's fine. So let me say this. Shea butter itself is just such a natural. I mean, it's from the tree, and it's from Ghana too, which is so wonderful. And I think it's. I use aloe vera on my skin, just so y'all know. Like I use aloe vera and I use rose water, but the aloe vera really does it. And you know what? You made a good point though. No, wait, Judy, you made a good point. Let me tell you why. I actually don't use the shea butter. I've in the past used the shea butter on my face, but it is a little too. It wasn't. I felt a little too heavy, except for in this summertime when it's extremely dry. I would use the shea butter in the States in the winter on the face, not a lot, but I would not use it in the spring and the summer. Here, I don't use it on my face unless and even in summertime, I don't. I use aloe vera gel and then I put a rose oil on top. So it's a great question. But on my body, shea butter up and down every single day. Matter of fact, I got to order some more. On my full body, shea butter every day. Every day. Every day. It's a good question. Thank you. Where to go from here? I wanted him to be. I want him to be in my life. Oh, who do you want to be in your life? Tell me. You said a little, sis, going nowhere fast. Oh, yes. Okay, got it. A lot. Oh, a lot going on. Yes, that got it. That's right. Frank says, Allie Marie, I completely understand. Husband left for younger woman, and now the family I live for has disappeared. Oh, my gosh. So sorry to hear that. Oh, well, he'll regret that one. Yes, it does. It stick for me. You're lucky. I use it in my hair, but my face. Yeah, I agree. No, don't use it on the face, Judy. I don't either. You're right. Except for, like I said, Harmattan, I might, but even that I don't. I do aloe vera gel. And I'll give you that. Okay, thank you. But no, you had a good, that was great. Shea butter on the body all winter. Yes, hello, I love you here. Thank you, Nick B. Yeah. And that's what I love, like the simple things, remember there's so much cosmetics, right, we could buy. So my routine is very simple. Drink a lot of water, but let me explain, like the dry season is dry. I wake up, what they say, like white, like the color white, not like a white person, but the color white, okay? We call ashy, but it's dry. Your skin feel like it's a horrible feeling, right? Like you want to scratch yourself, right? Because it's very dry. And the harmattan, they call it, it's the sand or the dust from the Sahara coming into the West Africa, and it drives you to freak out. Your skin feels like it's not a great feeling. Lips start getting dry. People's heels on their feet will crack. People get nosebleeds. It's crucial. It's brutal. It's brutal. And so I drink a lot more water. I have to learn to do that. People keep telling me, hey, you got to drink a lot more water. But the routine of the skin is the same, but I just do it, make sure I do it every night. I start off with rose water, splash it on my face, let it dry. I take the aloe, I got aloe vera plants, I got a few of them, so I could literally use them to, I go from the bottom of the plant, I break off the plant stem, the aloe vera stem, and I take a piece off every day and I use it. So I do rose water, I do aloe vera from the plant on my face, I let it dry, and then I do this rose hip oil, or you can even do rose hip seed oil. They just made from different parts of the rose. So rose water, aloe vera, and rose hip seed oil, and that's even what I do here. But let me tell you the real thing that when you want to see the glow come, because I won't necessarily I'll have a glow, but it won't be like this. It's this amazing clay. Let me see if I can find it. It's a Ghana clay. The ladies use it for when they're pregnant. People eat it too. It's actually a bentonite. It's not just their version of bentonite clay. It's really a bentonite clay. It's straight from the earth, and they eat it. They eat it. They use it for pregnancy, for a smoother pregnancy. They use it to get their vitamins and minerals. And this is literally, these are really, from the Volta region, the people mine for this. It's very, actually, a dangerous thought for them to get. I put this in water, and then I do that before, and you can do it daily. And you would think the mask dries you out, but no, I feel like it brings the moisture to the skin and it smooths the skin out. So this is what I use as far as my skin. And I noticed too, yes, my skin glows. And when you use it, you want to, it's not like the Aztec bentonite clay, which don't get me wrong, I loved when I was there. But sometimes that will squeak, that will pull your skin a little too much, I find, or it'll hurt even or burn. This one doesn't do any of that. So I put it on until it totally dries. I put it on and I just do my chores, wash the dishes, do my little work, you know what I'm saying. And then I only do it in the morning. And then I take my bath, wipe it off, wash it off. And then I do rose water, aloe vera gel, rose hip seed oil. And this is when my skin looks like this. That stuff is called Ghana clay. Remember this company I used to buy from, it was called Ghana clay, and I didn't know where they got the clay. And Quavo kept telling me it's the clay that you see that the pregnant women use. And I was like, are you sure? Actually, Kojo, another one, told me that a while ago. And because I could see the color of it, I thought it was the clay that I was selling, which is the ant hill clay. The ants make this hill and it makes clay. It's nice, but it's not as good as this one. And then once I tried it, because I looked it up and it says African bentonite clay, and then I saw videos on it and how they mine for it, and then I started using it, and it will work. So it's the clay, Judy. It's the clay. That clay's amazing. It's amazing. So I think you'll love it. Okay, thank you, Rasta Charlie. Greetings, Queen Sister. Hey, brethren, how are you? The clay looks amazing. I've been doing a mask a day since you recommended it. Yes, it works well. How do you spell this clay? I don't know. It's got a name. It's a local name. If you go African bentonite clay, Ghana, believe it or not, it'll come up and it'll give you the local name. I don't want to say it, I can't remember what it's locally called. But it's a fabulous, fabulous clay. Yes, okay, yes. But I looked it up, African bentonite clay, Ghana, because it's in other parts, but just Ghana, because that's what I know it. And I'm not sure if it's in other parts, but it's in Ghana. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. Here we go. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. So Allie Marie, Frenchie, if you're still there, let me know. So, but yeah. Life is absolutely amazing when you slow it down. That is my, yes, very amazing when you slow it down. It is, we want a life worth living. So that's what we're here for. And that's what we're going to continue for. Isn't it amazing? Like the trolls be coming in. Why don't YouTube do better? I guess they just can't do everything. But if you say something against their policy, they could turn the video off while you live, but they can't catch the trolls, huh? But I guess it's hard to do it. So anyway, we got y'all. But the simpler life, y'all, I feel like one thing that I feel like, it's not like I have a talent at, or I just feel like it's about that alignment that I keep talking about with the divine. If something comes to me and then you see me start doing it, it's usually, I feel like I'm always in the right place at the right time. I'm out of that place just in the nick of time. I'm made it to that place just in the nick of time. And it's not because, it's not because I don't think it's about being lucky. I think it's about aligning with your higher self and listening when you're aligned to your higher self. We're going to get really into that in the class today if you want to know more. So if I'm moving towards this idea of a little bit less, learning these kind of homesteading things, right? Other people are doing it too. But I'm saying for myself, if I'm moving towards that and I'm listening, it means that it's going to be the right thing at the right time in the right place. I feel like to be beautiful is not expensive. And the fact that they made beauty this thing that you got to spend all of this money on is absolutely crazy. The fact that but then remember, there's this thing like, you got young people already not wanting to age, so they're already doing things as if they're aging. They're doing procedures if they're aging, because maybe we as older women have to find our joy and happiness so that they can see that aging is beautiful too. But sometimes we are in a society that beats us down so much and lies to us so much that we lose what we naturally would have already had. I really believe that the divine made us absolutely perfect to live a long life, to live a beautiful life, to live as a beautiful person inside and out. We have to, it's not just fixing the outside, it's supporting the inside by loving on the outside. And that's what we're about. And that's what's going to happen for us. So anyway, I want to thank you so much. I got my moderators working very hard. I found the things. I'll let you know how it works. Okay, great. I'm so happy. Yay. And I showed you the picture, so you definitely got it. We don't pay them any mind either. Maybe they'll just stick around and learn. So exactly. Trolls are trolling for real. Aren't they off the chain? This makes you wonder, like, right, well, how do they find the channel? Like, yeah, but you're right. One thing we're going to start doing, so I won't mistakenly put people out, is after a while, we just ignore it. But it's the energy, so I like the moderators on, and I'll try to always have one or two or even three moderators at once because, child, they bored. They are bored, honey. You know what's interesting? They got 1,000 channels to learn something. They got thousands of books in the library to read. You know, but this shows you the society, our young people, and sometimes maybe older people, but they're so stuck behind a computer. They don't go outside and get fresh air. They don't learn how to make stuff. Remember, we used to make our own go-karts. Remember, we didn't worry about a baseball. We had a stick from a broom. We did stick ball in the street. We had handball. We didn't need no special equipment for that. A dang ball, your hands, and you. You know what I'm saying? So the society today, because of the computer, look what happens. They got all the things that they could even do on the internet, all the things that they could do on a computer, but they still are so bored. So, hold on, please. So they're a great example of having more, having so much, but yet having nothing. They're so bored that they got to get on a woman that is way older than them. You can see that because they have nothing else to do. I mean, just think about it, how our society is so broken. It doesn't work. Even the young people, they got to troll because there's nothing else to do. It's deep. It's so deep when you really think about it. So it's sad and it's frightening that all that they could do, all that they could learn, they even tired of playing their little games, you know. I've seen it. You can give so much and the children are not happy because they're not using their minds, because they're not being creative, because maybe their mom and dad work all the time, so they don't even have time to be with them, to teach them. The internet, remember, you can Google everything, so there's nothing they have to figure out, and they have everything. But they on a 57-year-old woman's, channel. Just think, I mean, they're a great example, right? Exactly right. They're a great example of like, this whole live stream. Just think about that. Why would they waste their own time? Because all they have is time. They haven't learned that time is precious. Like I said, the youth is wasted on the young. They have nothing else to do. They have nothing fulfilling. But they got the whole internet. They could be on every channel learning. They're so bored. You got to be on a new level of boredom. I don't think they're bad or mean. And I think about it, they get to be seen. Maybe there are people that nobody even knows they exist. Because remember, you see how, not just the kids anymore, it's the same as the adults too. Go on the train or bus or be in a waiting room. And what is everybody doing the first thing? People are so uncomfortable with time. They are so uncomfortable with time. So most people, as soon as they get, because we're anti-social, right? So as soon as they get in a waiting room or anything, everybody pulls out their phone. Forget the magazines you used to be able to catch up on and read. Remember there was the magazines in the dental office? No. Everybody's on their phone. Everybody's on their phone. You know, the kids, they're all at the same table eating, but they're all on their phone. So this is where we are, but it won't last forever. You have to be spiritually poor. Yeah, definitely. They have no connection to nothing else. And so, yeah, when you think about it, just think about that level on a Sunday day. They could be sleeping in late, but they done been up all night. They done been up all night trolling people. And in the end, they go to bed feeling as miserable as they woke up. They go to bed feeling as empty as they felt when they first started. And the only way to get some type of pleasure is that they have to do it again and again and again. It's an addictive culture that we live in. And our children and adults, because there's obviously some adults here that they don't have nothing else to do. So that can't, that's not a fulfilling life. I mean, you know that already. I don't even look at them. Sorry, I'm getting, okay, just now catching a, hey, I'm sorry, son. If I hold you by mistake, let me know. If I say I gotta stop, I say I'm gonna stop and then I do it. I'm not just sorry, son. I think, son, you're a real person. Come back. Okay, now Andre's not, but I'll let my girl get it. So anyway, it keeps you sharp, y'all, and it just allows you to move on. Like one day, I'm going to just continue to speak, knowing my moderator's got it, and leave it alone. And I think that'll be the best thing that I could do. So yeah, love you here. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love my locks, y'all. You know why? It fits into my simple lifestyle. It's a good thing. So today is my course. I'm excited. It's Spiritual Steps to Alignment with Your Higher Self. It's from 12 to scheduled for 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. So it starts at 12 Eastern Standard Time. You can go to my website, which will be in the description box, afrocentrichomedesign.com, and you will see it's only two things on the website, consultations or that. So I look forward to, yes, I don't even know, but we're going to get it off. So so yeah. I don't know. There's so many things come in my mind. Like I saw the new world, y'all. It was this split second, and it just took me away for a second. And it was very beautiful. I saw young people writing again. Like I see how much time they take to write something, and I think, wow, they could be writing in a book their thoughts, their ideas. They could be writing about their feelings, But I saw it anyway. But it's already happening. I saw us women, especially black women. I saw us like in a field picking flowers and our own foods in so many different ways. I saw us like wearing our beautiful dresses, but flowy and simple, and going to see other sisters and bringing the one that may be sick, like we used to, the elder that was sick, and we're bringing her soups that we made homemade or bread that we just baked. I see us bartering and sharing clothes. So you know how you see somebody wearing something and they admire it, or they say, "Oh my God, I love when you wear that. That blue is so good on you. I love that outfit." And after you're finished with it, and it's time just to normally pass things on, you remember that that person really liked that thing, and you see that person receiving the blue dress that they loved and admired so much. I think clothes is the one thing that, especially clothes. Let's say I start off clothes. I'm gonna end with that. That's something that we should be able to give. I always give clothes away. I never resell my clothes that I already wore. There's too many people usually right in where you are, that need clothes. Think about it. We bought it at this very expensive price sometimes, and we go to these places that buys your used clothes so they can sell it back again, right? And you get nothing that you paid. So consider, instead of trying to sell your clothes, I'm saying not your clothes, not as a designer. Designer, you done bought it, you done made it, you done made the material, you selling them clothes. You know what I'm saying? But the clothes that you no longer want, I'm not against the selling. But I'm saying you might really know somebody, not just a random person. You might really know somebody that could be in need of those clothes, that admires your style. I remember I lived in a neighborhood in North Oakland. It was North Oakland. That's where I lived in Oakland, California. And I remember it was a very, mostly it was black homeowners that owned their home for years, coming from the South, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas. I loved that neighborhood so much. And so you become part of the community when you move in. And I remember when I used to walk down the block to go to the store or to take the bus. I remember my neighbors, different people, women, of course, young ladies, They would say, girl, I can't wait till you clean out your closet. And that stuck with me so much that about 3 times a year, because I had so many clothes, I was always in the clothes, got it from my mom. 3 times a year, I would literally take my clothes from my bedroom to the front room, and I would invite the neighbors up to take the clothes, not to sell it, to take the clothes. Girl, I can't wait till you clean out your closet. So that's all they had to do. Wait till I clean it out. And 3 times a year, they was like, I can't believe you have this many clothes. Oh no. And I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I just wanted to educate you and others like, you don't come to a village and try to charge them for stuff. If anything, you can maybe create something for them. You can give something away. There's no money in the village like that. Most people from the village go to the city. So they can actually make money to send back for their parents to do what? Not to buy clothes, to eat. If they need to buy farming equipment, maybe some seeds, maybe some animals. This is a real life. It's not this, and like I said, yes, we need our money to survive, so we should sell our skills. My skill is a class, right? My skill is answering these questions. That's my skill. But clothes that I bought from somebody else, there was no skill involved in that. Person who can't read and write can buy clothes. There's no skill in that. And those clothes, I've never in my life done that. And I would definitely not come to a village to do it. I wouldn't do it. It's just, I don't even know how, I couldn't imagine. So this is how they see me. So the rich American woman has come to sell her clothes that she bought yesterday and don't even want anymore. And now she has the nerve and wants the money from it from us, which can't even buy. We wear the same damn clothes every day. The same bland clothes every day. No color, no nothing. No. In fact, we don't even wear our own clothes except for on Sunday. And it's not because we don't love ourselves, we don't know who we are. No, it's not that. It's because the foreign, when I was talking about, we're going to donate to Ghana. They're not donate, they're dumping. It's two different things. They're going to dump a ton of clothes, and then they're going to get it for free, and they're going to wash, and they're going to sell it. And so much cheaper than us buying our own clothes with our own fabric that we have to get tailored because you don't have places that's got clothes on the racks that's Afrocentric. We have to buy our cloth, which we can't even buy in the village because nobody would pay for it because they do have cloth here, but it's the cheap Chinese cloth from the village at the market. It's very little, and it'll tear in 2 seconds. Some of them do have some cloth brought up just in case people want it, but it's not like a cry. So people tend not to buy it, but they will make it for church so they can go to church and they could, wear their clothes. So when you don't live here, you don't know. And that's okay. It's not a priority. Thank you, Frank. It's not a priority. People need to hear that. Yes, thank you. It's not a priority. That's the last thing. So when you know who gets my clothes? Well, I mean, I'm little too. That probably was part of it. It's the children. The girl said, she came to the house. She said, I know you sent you. I put it on film. She said, hi, madame, auntie, whatever. I know that you have given my brother some girls' clothes. Yeah. And I want to say, God bless you. God bless you, mommy. God bless you. That was more payment than any 2, 3 CDs. No. No, you don't. You don't even want to think about nothing like that. Oh, the thought of it, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Mm-mm. And that's where, but everything's to be sold, but everything's not. Yes, like I said, we have to sell to eat. But you do have to know your customer base. My customer base is not Ghanaian. The Ghanaian is not, there's rich Ghanaians, and they will buy their clothes and design well made and beautiful, and that's fine. But we're talking about everyday Ghanaians in the village. Honey, if they need some water, you know what I'm saying? Like, can we build a borehole for them collectively? Because that's what they need. I gave them books too. I have books that I gave them. I give them bags. I give them whatever I know. And then, like I said, so for that week or that day, when that girl go after school, because they wear a uniform for school, but when she go to her little event or she go to church, she fly for the day. You get what I'm saying? Like, she feeling really good about herself right now because she got this cute, colorful that they don't all get to have. So you make a child's day. No, that's the thing. So remember, the only way I feel like you're gonna make money in a village if you provide something that they need. So I told you like Willie, I would say it's a tourist place. It could be more if they would advertise a lot better, but it does have the Willie waterfalls. So the Europeans come up because it's a waterfall, but it's mountain climbers. A lot of that, I live in the mountains, so people, European people tend to like the mountain climbing. But they got black people mountain climbing too. I'm not going against it. I'm telling you that's what come up here. And so yeah, it's true. They don't have a place to stay. They have nowhere to stay. They want to mountain climb for days because it's different mountains. So finally, somebody thought, let me put a guest house up, and then which is Ghanaians. For it's the Togolese, and the local people complain because they call them strangers, although they all airway now, and Togo's only right next door, but that's okay. And then the more people come, then can fill up fills up the guest house, and they bring their friends, the Europeans. So then somebody else puts up another guest house and realize that there's no restaurants up there. So now let's get a restaurant in the guest house. And it's mostly the locals, well, the Togolese that, do it. And that does help the community. You know why? Because now you got a kitchen and you are cooking. So you need a server. You need somebody to take the order. You need somebody to run them to the tourist sites. This is how you give back. You can have a business, but you're helping. I'm not ever went to any business. I don't care if the Indian own it, the Lebanese own it, the Chinese own it. Maybe the Chinese might be different. I've never been there. But yes, I've been in there places where it's always a Ghanaian worker. It's always Ghanaians working in the whole place. That's how you get back. Give them a job. Build a borehole for the village. Because it helps you to bring electricity. Because if you bring electricity to an area, everybody now that can build can tap into that same electrical site. So if one person brings electricity to the village, so let's just say an area, because it has to be able to cover a certain radius, right? Then everybody now, if they build their own house, they're able to tap into that pole that you bought. It's nothing bothering you. It does nothing. It's not more expensive for you. It's nothing like that. This is how you give back. We got so much that why do we, another thing too, I will say this. I mean, if you're asking a lot of questions and this is the person that's taking the time to give it to you, so how do you give back? We have to start practicing that and respect people what they have and their gifts. So yeah, okay, thank you. Wow, that was insulting, and I actually read that in French. But anyway, but somebody got rid of you, so it was good. So yeah. Anyway, I could go on and on and on and on and on, but we're not gonna do that. Life is good, and we are better. So I love y'all with all of my heart, and don't worry. Like I do believe that eventually we won't get them. I think that I wonder if YouTube, try y'all. I wonder if YouTube prioritizes different channels and maybe work better with that as far as the trolls. And I'm a small channel, but eventually it'll be something better. And they definitely give us the thing. So anyway, blessings to you, Quarters, I pray. Blessings to you and to everyone on. Uh, I know we don't know a lot about Ghana and we don't know a lot about Africa. I didn't either. But once I got here, I realized it. But I do want you to know that the whole art center where African stuff is sold or other vendors, there's another place they sell at the Du Bois Center and another one called Parks and Gardens. And it's done by an organization called, I think, Green Butterfly. They're probably white owned, it kind of seems like it. But anyway, it gives access to these two places where Africans, I bought this at that market, they can sell their wares, but their customers is all of us. It's foreigners. Really Ghanaians. Ghanaians be wanting it cheap. They don't want to pay nobody. They want it cheap. So, we value foreigners, value African things. And that's always like that. You never really make it in your country. Like in America, you got to go to Europe like Jimi Hendrix to be now in America wants you, like Josephine Baker. You know what I'm saying? So, but we do value. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, we do value. You ask that. If you go to the art center and you ask the vendors, who buys the most? African Americans. Who buys the less? Europeans. They just look. They ain't buying nothing. So I just want you to know that, like African Americans, Caribbean Americans, but they say African Americans, right? We come here and we really value the artwork, the craftsmanship, and the beauty. We really put into the economy as far as that way goes. We do value it. It's not that the Africans devalue it, but they've never seen a way to make money off of it. And they got to eat. You know, I don't think you always appreciate what you have as much, especially if it's not going to allow you to eat. I get it. Like, I'm not even mad at them. So we got to play our role, and I think we do it pretty well. Oh, thank you, Dylan. You got a good song, good energy. Please stay you. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that with all my heart. And thank you again, Frank. So anyway, I love you with all my heart, and I will see you on the next one. Peace, blessings, and love.